I'm starting tonight on the battle cam because we're still in the midst of battle. Very brief recap. The party got ambushed on the River Puntano on their way up to this outpost. Defeated their ambushers. It was weird that they were ambushed. Talked a little bit about that, and then had a lunch and made their way to this outpost only to find it under attack as well. And now they're trying to save everybody here, and there's a lot of dead bodies all over the place. And we are still in the midst of combat. And if I remember correctly, it was the end of all of your turns, which means it is the start of a new round, which is not good, because while you have defeated most of the enemies, there is still a singular squad left inside the mess hall that are currently slaughtering people, and they want initiative, so they go first. Fortunately, the residents go last, so they get to go right before this turn of the enemies, before we go into round 5. And there are a couple of things that are going to happen. That is not these people. Not these people. It's these people. I don't see them on the tracker. That's okay. Over here? There they are. Alright. So we got these people over here. They are going. And I don't think anyone can see this, but this guy is going to trundle over here. And he's going to do a handoff. And that handoff is going to go over here. And then, anyone see any of this?
I can see this person and this person.
I also can see both of those people.
Okay. So I guess everyone except for Higgins is kind of like in line of sight through the doorway and the windows that are on the front of the mess, to be able to see that there are lizard folk inside the mess. They are fighting, and there seems to be some sort of conflict in a doorway where an armed and armored elven woman is trying to hold the door against this scale tooth, one of the big crocodilian looking guys. And there are a couple of dead bodies, like lizard folk bodies, in the mess, some of them directly outside this doorway. So she has clearly been doing this for a number of rounds. But it's also clear that she is bloody as fuck. And this scale tooth getting into the mix of things is looking like it's going to be the last straw for her. Those of you who can see there are figures behind her or near her that are in the same room as she is. And there is a flurry of activity that is happening behind her. And you see very briefly, for a moment, she ducks underneath one of the, like, clawed swipes of this big crocodilian guy. And as that happens, there is something is flung through the doorway from over her head, from behind her. And you all hear this lizard folk scale tooth shriek. And the three of you who can see this like liquid splatter across it. And so he is going to take a small amount of damage. Oh, no. Not how that works. Yeah, gotta remember, new system. Don't use my Roll20 like inputs. So there is a small amount of damage as whatever this liquid is splashed into his face. But that is not the real, like, big important moment here. That is simply the distraction for that moment. I think some of you might be able to see this kind of like very broad-shouldered, very kind of like thick, red-haired woman come up from the side of this elven woman, and she basically like reaches down, jerks the elven woman by the back of the head, like grabs a fistful of her hair, jerks her by the back of the head, and shoves something into her mouth.
Gross.
And then kind of steps back immediately afterwards. And you can see as she steps back and releases the elven woman's hair, the elven woman and the scale tooth both kind of like, it happens in just a few moments, but they're both like momentarily distracted from fighting each other while one gets something splashed in their face and the other one gets force-fed something, right? So they both kind of come back to realizing that they're still standing in front of each other and fighting each other, and so they move back into it. But you see wounds across her body begin to knit. And that is the end of their turn. So we go, and it is enemy turn. And so there's a lot of hissing and snapping coming from inside. And a couple of things happen.
Look at that movement. I guess it's blocking out the tables and stuff. Yeah.
Okay. That's gonna happen. And then this guy is going to... he is going to try to grab the elven woman. And she is grabbed.
That'll do. The
Actually,
target grabbed a bite.
Not seeing anything. He grabbed. The target is grabbed. And because the target is grabbed, so this doesn't track, but because the target is grabbed, we are going to potentially the bonus one. Oh, fuck.
Oh no.
That's a lot of damage.
You all see the scale tooth grab the elven woman. She tries to resist, but she's also trying to hold the doorway, right? It would be one thing if she was trying to, like, maybe fight him in an open field or something like that, but she is trying not to let this lizard into the room with these other people. And so that severely limits her mobility. She gets grabbed, and you see this scale tooth basically, like, hoist her up and shove her head in its mouth. And it just snaps down. And you see blood gush. And she just is screaming and kicking inside its mouth currently.
Savage.
So that is their turn. And it is the hero's turn. What do y'all want to do? Who's got something? Who's going?
I looked up the rules. My ability to give surges, I cannot target myself. That is by design. It is
okay.
ally. Yeah. It is 3 allies.
So there's a pretty good chance I can get in there. Is she like dead from the bite?
She's still kicking and screaming, but
Okay.
She looks like if she is not dead, she is going to be dead in... If she has not just sustained mortal wounds, they will be mortal in moments if nothing is done.
Got it.
Shall I go and fortify the population?
So
you want to go fortify the population?
I can if y'all let me
after.
go. I can just make it so we can. Mitch, if you're willing to use.
Well,
your
I will say the
hesitation.
other good thing to know,
Yeah.
right, is that this is, as far as you're aware, this is the only enemy unit left. So you all are going to go in immediate succession of each other. It's just who goes first for whatever reason.
You guys want me to go like pull him out of there? I can do that.
Oh, like
We
yoink
can
him
we can
away.
all go together if we want, or around the same time.
I mean, yeah, you're all going back to back to back, right? Like there are no other enemies to
Does
take a
he
turn.
not get a turn?
They
Does
just
he
they
not
just
get a
went.
turn? Oh, this is a new turn, and he
Yeah,
went.
this is a new
Oh,
round.
okay, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
is a
man, go
new
for it.
round, and the enemy went first, but they're the only enemy squad left. So
Oh, well-
all of you get to go now. It's just a matter
Then
of
nothing
what's
that
the
I can
order
do
of
matters
operations.
in as far as the order in which it happened. So have at
Okay.
it.
How about it? Yata! Piety! Okay.
So pious.
So pious.
Walk
Okay. You step forward. You have a better view, I think, than most of the other people here. And you can see there's a couple of grunts in here waiting for someone to try to, like, enter into the building so they can jump on them.
Why is line red?
Holy Lashon?
Be holy lash for
Holy
16 damage.
shit.
Almost crit.
Come this way, friend.
Yoink.
Awesome.
Damn.
So, and with the way grapples work and things like that, you basically like hook him off of her, and she just slides out of his maw as you rip him towards you.
Delicious. Be healed. End. Bleeding. Submit.
And bleeding.
She had 1 HP. She would have died. Regardless of you pulling him off her, she was now hemorrhaging blood. She had 1 HP. Had you not just healed her, she would have died.
Damn, Zach, that was awesome.
Be healed.
Blackbird
Bye.
has been rescued.
Thanks.
Okay.
We're rescued.
That was a. I'm glad you went first. That was well worth it.
Very nice. Very nice.
Now he's within range of pretty much everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. Also,
the hope.
tokens back to 5. Okay, cool. It's still hero turn. Whoever wants to go can go.
Go for it, Mitch.
Okay.
Do it.
I roll. Okay.
Actually, hold up. Let me check something real quick. Okay, that does specifically say that. So I get to be finicky there. Still your go. I was just checking on some other scenario. Ignore me. Did you click yourself?
Already was.
Yes, I did. Oh, it's going again.
It's not registering when you click yourself. So if just let me know and I'll click you for whatever reason.
Okay. I'm gonna teleport in
Teleporting inside.
behind him.
Whoopah! Okay.
Behind me?
You teleport inside, and a bunch of lizard heads whip around to look at you and be like, "What the fuck?" Right? Except they don't say "what the fuck." Obviously, they all like open their fanged mouths and hiss at you, and kind of like chatter in your direction as this big stone man just teleports into their midst.
So what are these guys to my right? These are the like... Are these like the tongue boys? Are these the shieldy boys?
No, these are the third kind. These are the little spear stabby guys. Neither the tongue guys. These are like the smallest of the. They're the grunts. These are the smallest of the lizard folk. They're swarmers. Really?
Gotcha.
It's swarmy.
They swarm. They swarm.
Well, I kind of messed up. I should have just teleported right next to him. I forgot I didn't have any movement left, but that's okay.
I mean, just
I'm going.
change it.
Do I do Control Z?
Yeah.
Does that do it?
You can do that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
Bam.
Same thing happens.
Okay.
But in
Nothing
another
really
way.
different.
Oh,
I do a few damages to the man.
A few damages. A few damages. Alright, well, that guy wasn't looking good after Cobb, just almost ripped him apart with a fucking holy lash. How do you finish off the lizard folk scale tooth?
I like to think that he got pulled towards Cobb and he was like facing him, all pissed off about getting lashed, and just in a puff of smoke, I appear behind him with my Nagina just thrusting through his back, out through his chest.
Fantastic.
And I lift him up off the ground just to show that he's a little tiny little reptile.
He's a little
He's
tiny
pretty big
guy.
boy.
He is not a tiny boy at all. But considering how big you are and how strong you are, I see no reason why Higgins could not lift a scale tooth. These three grunts have just lost their captain. There are no other captains or superior lizard folk here. These three grunts are going to run. However, if Yuvik and Bansii would like to take their turns and see if they can kill these grunts before they get the chance to run, you are more than welcome to.
I have an idea. But, well, actually, if Bansii, are you going to be able to get in range and, like, AoE them?
I don't know. I only move 5 squares, right?
You'll only move 5 squares.
I move 6 and have range. I might be able to do something.
You only move 5 squares, but you have like 10 range on a lot of your fucking abilities.
Yeah, I know.
So,
I'm just trying to decide if I like move over here.
well, I will say, click yourself real quick. I'll just click you.
Yeah, sure, go.
So when you check your movement, don't think of this in the ways that we normally play D&D, where it's like, right? It's your movement is a big ass range, right?
Yeah.
Like it's 5 feet in
You just
every
go
direction.
straight to the corner.
So going to a corner, you move just as far as you do if you were going straight,
Left to right.
left or right, yeah. And you can definitely see in through that window.
Yep. Okay, so I paid the upkeep, so I should. Do I have 3?
Upkeep for your.
I do. I have 5.
Oh, well. Oh God. Oh, they're definitely on
Jeremy.
it. Higgins just closes the door as acid rain starts to fall into the mess hall and just burn the flesh and scale from all of these grunts.
I'm only able to hit them for 2. Oh, but they die. Hey,
Love
sweet.
it.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I don't think you're gonna get all of them with the 2. Yeah, you get 2 out of the 3. You get 2 out of the 3. Because 2 damage apiece isn't quite enough to finish all of them, but it's pretty close.
All right, and then I'll maneuver. Hold on.
Well, that was your maneuver, right? Because you
No,
paid.
that was my main. That was my main action. I paid for it.
Oh, that was the acid rain.
Right.
Right. That wasn't your persistent one. Gotcha. Because your persistent
No,
one. you
that
can
was
use as a
Behold the
maneuver.
Mystery.
Yeah, that was Behold the Mystery. Then when
I clicked Behold the Mystery.
Okay, so it might not have worked correctly, but if you've been paying the upkeep for Behold the Mystery, that turns Behold the Mystery into a maneuver that you can use on each of your turns. So you still have your main action rather than your maneuver.
You got it, dude.
Roll. Okay. He probably would have had a little bit of cover. It's irrelevant. You still gonna fucking kill him. Very nice. Okay. Clearly we're having Mitch having Discord issues, I think, is what's
Oh
happening.
no.
I see we're truffle shuffling up and down the
Uh-oh.
whatchamacallit.
We're in the wrong boxes.
We're in the wrong boxes.
Who am I? Who am I now?
You are Higgins.
Oh. I was hoping I would be the director. I'd be like, congratulations, players! You're all now level 10.
I don't think we could I don't think we could play if you all were level 10. One, those rules definitely aren't implemented in DM Hub yet. Two, I think it would literally devolve into y'all just reading through all of your skills every single time you tried to do
Hey,
anything.
don't yuck in
Just
my
to be
yum,
like,
Jeremy.
what the fuck can I even do?
Oh,
I tried to like piece together like a level 10 character to kind of like try to get a concept, and it's insane. They have so much shit. Like, it's
I can
crazy.
imagine.
Alright.
I mean, that's like demigod level stuff.
Here's my thing. Sure. Congratulations! Woo!
Liberation!
Did it.
There
Wait, I
are
think-
no more immediate combatants. There are a lot of injured people. So, what happens in the immediate aftermath of the defense of Grinnell of Outpost 17? Actually, I'll leave it. I'll give you a brief description, and then kind of leave it up to you all in the immediate aftermath. That elven woman, who had been saved from the jaws of death, almost quite literally, like slumps shoulder against the door frame, right? And then just kind of like slides down to her knees, clearly exhausted, still, even after having been healed, right? Like still going through the mental trauma and still a lot of physical trauma of everything that had happened and what is going on. And also, she looks around the room, and there are just as many bodies of the people that lived here or worked here or were stationed here across the floor of this mess hall and outside, as there are lizards, right? There are a dozen or more people dead that you can see around and about. Immediately as she kind of like slumps down and is clearly no longer trying to like defend this place, this kind of like big boned redhead woman, very broad shouldered, relatively tall, right, kind of like comes out trying to like figure out what's going on. And within a few moments, the people here come to realize that whatever has just happened, or at least in the immediacy, the threat is gone. So what do you all want to do?
Is there any people that are like not dead but dying?
There's no one currently, right? Like Higgins can recount to you that he did see people inside the eastern building, right, that were injured, but they were not like bleeding out style injured. And there are some very recently deceased, but Blackbird, this elven woman, seems to be the only remaining combatant that was still actively fighting against the lizards before you rescued her, right? So she would have been like next on the chopping block. Everyone else that had been fighting immediately before her is already dead, right?
Be rescued.
Be rescued. Yay! Everyone
Yeah.
gets a victory, by the way.
Oh, that's a victory point for us.
A
I
victory point.
increment it from 1 to
Victories.
2.
I
can't.
I got it.
Oh, you gotta do
I
that?
don't even know how to increase victories. Oh, there
It's
you
the
go.
diamond under your portrait. I assume you could just 2 and hit enter, but
Oh, it's on your character sheet too. There's like a little bar.
Little bar. Clicking bars. Okay, so what happens? The towns, the people here, right, like, they've just been through some shit. So they're like a little dumbstruck. They're it's a combination of like a little dumbstruck, but also y'all are weird.
Wow.
No
Lie
offense.
again. What the fuck?
There's-
We're weird.
There's a fucking big,
Why are
like,
you so mean to us?
big 7.5, 8 foot tall rock man, a greenish skinned four-armed guy, a dead elven lady, and a dwarf walk into a bar. Basically, is what
called
happens
him a
right now.
forearm
Right.
guy? That's weird.
Like-
That's messed up.
So like there's clearly no hostility from these people, but their combination of being kind of like in trauma, plus you being strange and them not knowing you is making them slow to react to you. By the
Yeah,
way,
so-
Bansii, if you go into the mess and you like peek into that rightmost room, that is a very recent body that just got torn limb from limb. That is a guy
It is-
who you did not rescue, and he has a name. What's his name? His name was
Doesn't matter.
His name was Iker, and he's dead now. He's full dead.
He was
Sorry,
once a
I-
person, and now he is an object.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'll
he have
stow,
anything on him?
gun, shield, sword, put up, shit up.
Nothing of
Wow.
nothing of valuable note,
Loot that
right?
buddy.
Like it's the an important distinction about Draw Steel, and it's a very different kind of like feel than D&D, right? Where we haven't really talked about this yet, but you don't really like loot bodies or things like that. You can pick up stuff, but it's assumed that you all have enough wealth of a certain stature, right? You are all currently wealth 1, that, you know, sure, you pick up a few coins here or there, blah 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 blah, but you're not really like gonna accrue a level of wealth past what you have without something major happening, right? You know, like finding a treasure hoard or stealing from a dragon or some shit like that, you know?
Yeah. So I walked past these guys.
Are you
Is
just,
this
you just
okay?
are you literally just like dead high elf just like walking around past people without saying anything?
Yeah, I'm assessing if there's more of a threat.
They stay out of your way. Like, they specifically stay out of your way. You, when you come into this back room area, the elven lady has been kind of like pulled to the side by this kind of like chubby, shorter Baslorian man, kind of like, you know, European looking guy. And he's kind of like just holding rags to some of her wounds to try to like slow any sort of blood loss or anything like that. There's a guy back here who also is in similar condition, right? Like he's not dying, but he's pretty banged up, right? Like clearly had been trying to fight or got attacked or something like that, but was pulled into safety by the people that were back here. I think the dead elven lady just kind of wandering around without asking or saying anything snaps the redhead kind of like back into the moment, and she just kind of like looks and in a kind of light Riojan accent asks, who are you? To kind of like all of you gathered here in the front mess hall,
Hey,
while Bansii is just wandering around in the back, and no one is going to say anything to the scary dead elf lady. as she just kind of walks around and ascertains that there's no other threat.
Yeah, and I'll let them know that there's another injured guy back there.
Hi.
Go wander around, yeah. At least someone's gonna see all the shit I made in this fucking place.
Hello, I am Higgins Pebbleworth. At your service.
Okay. Mariona Coronel, I run the mess here. I meant more along the lines of, who are you, as in, not your names, but your affiliation? Why are you here? Thank you for being here?
We're far mariners. We from Verona.
Her eyes widen, and in kind of like shock and disbelief at you saying that you all are far mariners, and she kind of like looks back, and you see that the elven woman has heard you say that as well, and she kind of like is laid down next to the in the back room, right in this kind of like kitchen area, up against the wall, and she kind of like looks over her head, or like turns her head to look through the doorway at you, and kind of like raises an eyebrow, but then kind of just shrugs at the redhead. And Mariona looks back at you and is just like, okay, well, yeah, that makes sense, I guess.
We were just on a supply run. We heard screaming, so we came to help.
She kind of like rubs her face and she says, you're bringing the seasonal supplies.
I'm stuck.
What?
I'm stuck.
Timing. Where are you stuck?
I go to free her.
You just hear the undead high elf. I'm stuck.
I don't even know where you were at.
What's stuck?
I went into the little house that's to the right of the well. And I got stuck in here. I can't move.
Oh no. Oh, hold up. Let me hide this real quick from myself. You got stuck. Oh, you got stuck on a. Yeah, so while you all are getting used to the system, I'm also getting used to the system. So I've been making different maps, trying to test out different features, and this map was my test of trying to make objects and object interactions and shit like that. And apparently, I have made an object that can just trap you if you move into it.
Nice.
I think that is because that is a chair, and that chair actually lets you sit at the chair, but I don't know how to get you out of the chair.
Okay.
Anyways, unstuck now.
I'm sorry. Your name was again?
Mariona. Mari.
Mari. I'm Uvik.
Uvik,
we just
Higgins, and she kind of like points over at the dwarf.
That's Miss Bansii.
Bansii's gone. Bansii's off just touring the fucking like outpost, but she points over at Cobb. As kind of like,
that's Cobb. He goes by Bill. Sometimes.
You may call me Bill. Present yourselves to be saved by Salorna.
You hear a voice from the kitchen, kind of like very breathy, kind of like slightly high pitched, in a really probably unfamiliar accent to any of you other than Bansii, right? Speaking in Riohan, but she says, well then, thanks, Bill. You saved my life. And it's the elf on the other side of the wall from where you're at.
You were saved for a reason.
When you can. I found people. One of the Jonas Brothers and two of his friends.
One of the Jonas Brothers and two of his friends. Yes, you found the Arroyas. I can't speak. Ignore me. I am going to butcher so many names and so many places and so much pronunciation. I'm sorry, Portuguese, Spanish, Italian people. I can't say all your words because I'm not that. You find the Arroyos. You come up the stairs, and these people were previously saved by Higgins. You come around a corner and see a Higaran woman tending to two very injured men, right? Neither of them are at the point to where they're bleeding out, right? But they're both like covered in wounds and laying on the floor or slumped up against doors. As you come around the corner, her back is to you, but you immediately catch the eyes of both of the guys who like are startled. She looks back as she sees that their attention is caught by someone. She sees you, screams, and reaches for a spear, a little short spear that is on the ground next to her, and gets a hand on her arm from the Corsarian guy, who kind
So
of
I have a question.
pauses her and is like, no, right? And is just
Okay.
like looking at you like, if she wanted to kill us, we'd already be dead.
Yeah. So I have a question though, because I do have Wrathful Spirit.
Yeah.
Will I take that? What triggers Wrathful Spirit?
Isn't that the one where you take damage, or is that just being attacked?
I don't know. Hold on,
The
let me.
fearing someone? Is that the thing you're talking about?
So it's the.
Oh, it's your.
It's my complication.
Right.
So I never let an insult go without slinging back. So would I see that as like I don't know how to play this?
How long have you been? How long have you been a revenant?
I feel like I've been a revenant long enough that people know who I am. Like kids would know who I am. I'm a folklore.
So in Capital, revenants are not that strange. There's actually, well, I don't want to say not that strange. They are strange, but there's an entire district in Capital that are all revenants, that are all people of the dead, right? So people
am I
in Capital,
used to people being scared of me?
Yeah. So people, you would be used to getting strange looks or things like that from people in Capital, but not a lot of outright fear or immediate hostility from people in Capital. You've been here for probably around a month, right? Which is very different. Riohans here absolutely are just kind of like, yeah, whatever, right? Like, it's one of the dead people. Who cares, right? But Little Ix is awash with people from all over the world, and many of them have zero experience with the Walking Dead person outside of, a zombie's trying to eat my face. So there have been probably a dozen or more encounters that you've had at this point where people are immediately tripped out or freaked out by your presence.
Okay, so what this says is whether in casual conversation or if you're involved in negotiation, whenever a creature insults you, you must either spend a recovery or be compelled to reply with an insult.
So it's up to you.
Potentially, it's only if they insult me verbally.
It's up to you whether or not you would react to this as an insult or not, right? Like,
okay,
entirely
then I will not. I will not. I'll just point and say the rest are downstairs. The rest of them are downstairs. And then I'll keep exploring.
And you keep walking. There's like a little bit of shock from some of these people, but you hear like a little bit of chatter as you just kind of like walk off, and you hear like a sigh from one of the men, and then kind of like this grunt of basically along the lines of like it's good news. Others are alive, right? And they go back to tending their wounds. Back over in the mess. Did you ask a question right before I got distracted, Jay, or
Probably.
Okay, that's my bad.
No.
In the immediate aftermath of what is happening, this red-haired woman, seems thankful for your presence, but also, she seems out of sorts. As she's kind of trying to like get a handle on things, there's a little bit of a commotion, and this elven woman gets this Vaslorian guy to like give her a shoulder and help her out into the room. And you can see her right leg is basically shredded, right? Again, not in a life or death situation or anything like that, but it's kind of like bent at a odd angle. Clearly like she took a really heavy hit on it, and there's just lacerations up and down it, right? But she comes out like leaning on his shoulder fairly heavily and looks at all of you, and ooh, a little bit of world building here. I think there probably would be some sort of recognized salute, but amongst far mariners, right? That you all would be able to recognize. Not like an actual salute, but like some sort of like hand sign or some sort of like gesture or something like that that would be like, hey, fellow far mariner, right?
Far
like
mariner.
type of scenario, right? And whatever that is, she does that, right? She is a far mariner. And immediately afterwards, after she does that, she kind of grunts. And you see she's trying to like, instead of like leaning on this guy's shoulder, she kind of like just puts a hand on it and just kind of like tries to stand on both of her legs. And she's trying to like, show some sort of like decorum in the situation, and when she speaks, it's very stiff, right? Like she had previously spoken in response to Cobb or Bill introducing himself, right, and thanked him, and she has the same kind of like breathy tone, but she now has a very like stiff, almost kind of like formalness to the way she is speaking. And so she gives you that sign, tries to like stand on her own 2 feet and can barely do it, and then kind of grunts and says, Blackbird, technically third in command here. You're far mariners.
You are?
People were taken. The Platsiski that you just helped defeat here, that was the rear guard. The main body had already left probably 10 or 15 minutes ago. They have captives. They have
What
captives.
happened? I heard
Which way did they go?
I heard that these people weren't aggressive like this. What do you know what's happened?
She'll say to Higgins first, right? Because there is a urgency to what she is saying, but she is trying to say it in because you said far mariners, but she doesn't know, right? Like what particular rank or who you are, or
I don't know
if there's any like sort of like special status amongst you. There's a lot of like pomp and circumstance around the Riohans, around the people of Capital, about who you are and who you know and what organizations you're affiliated to. And you all being far mariners is one thing, but you're also all kind of like, you're all also outsiders, right? Because you're not human Riohans. You're not human Riohans from Capital. So even though you could be Riohans from Capital, and in fact, at least one of you is legitimately Riohan, right? You are of a different race, and that means something to the political structure in Capital. It doesn't mean that you can't be high up on the list, but it often means that you either aren't high up on the list or you are very high up on the list via association with someone, right? So she is trying to like convey some sort of urgency, but also trying not to get herself in trouble by saying the wrong thing in the wrong tone to the wrong person, right? So she immediately responds to Higgins by saying, north, there's a small trail that they broke through the north gate. We tried to hold them there, but the immediate assault killed many. They took many captive, and then we had to fall back. As we fell back, the main body broke off and retreated with the captives. And then she'll turn back to Yuvik, and she'll say, I am unsure. There have been minor altercations with the Tlatsiski in the past, but there is nothing that I am aware of that would have caused this type of attack. This seems completely unprovoked. And as she says that, the Vaslorian man next to her kind of like grunts, right? And so like looking at the three people arrayed in front of you, right? Like Mariona, the red-haired lady, she's clearly a civilian, right? Like she's the proprietress of this kind of like kitchen, right? Probably contracted via the Navy, right? Probably given some sort of dispensation to like set up shop here and ensure that the outpost is fed and blah 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 blah. Blackbird, this elf, is a far mariner, right? Which means she would have been in command of some sort of squad at this outpost, right? And she said she's third in command as a whole here, which means that there are other far mariners or higher above her that were stationed here, right? This other guy is neither of these things. This guy is kind of like he's Vaslorian, right? So he has a completely different accent, completely different kind of like posture in the way he carries himself, right? Blackbird and Mari are both very kind of like even in their kind of like fatigue or shock, kind of like standing, you know, high-chinned, shoulders kind of like up and back, right? Like standing prominently. This guy is kind of like hunched, and he's a shorter guy, but he's very like big, very barrel-chested. Really scruffy face, kind of like dirtyish blonde hair, kind of dirty himself, right? And he's covered in furs and leathers and things like that. This guy's an explorer, right? Like, hands down, this guy is not some Riohan that is stationed at the outpost. This guy is a Vaslorian explorer or tomb raider or something that is just here. And this is what the outpost is for, right? Like, one, to make contact with locals, but two, to serve as a hub for people who are exploring the Isles and finding treasures and doing things and blah 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 blah. So this guy kind of like grunts and nods in affirmation with Blackbird, and then says, in a accent that is very different than I think what Bansii or Cobb are used to, but is actually quite familiar after a fashion to both Higgins and Yuvik, right? with this kind of like very thick, kind of like slurred speech, says, "Been going out there for weeks, and I would say more like to drink at one of their fires than it would be to get stabbed by one of them."
I guess the speculations can wait. If we're going to go save these people, we're already 15 minutes behind. I guess you wouldn't consider it impolite if we went ahead and left.
The redhead grunts and like walks out, leaves for a moment. Blackbird looks at you and says, No, there would be no offense taken. I would not assume that this place is under any real risk. But even if you recover any captives, more than half of the garrison is dead. What's the size of your vessel?
Brigantine.
Enough for 15 or less to accompany you?
We could probably house that.
Yeah, very easily. It's not like you have like
we're not
15
gonna
beds.
Because we
But-
have 2 people that weigh like 1,000 pounds each.
I don't think
so
we have enough
should be
hammocks,
fine.
Don't
Yeah, you don't
fat
like
shame
have
me,
enough
Lily.
beds because of the
Not enough
because
talk.
it's not supposed to be like a passenger vessel. It's not designed for that. But from a space perspective and a provisions perspective, absolutely you can escort these people out of here without
Not
any
to get
problems.
smoked.
Speaking
Right.
of provisions, I'll do like an assessment of the kitchens of these places to see if there's food that we can bring on board to.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So this place is, I say that this place is fairly well stocked, excepting that you were literally bringing the seasonal resupply to them, so that they're relatively well stocked, but they're probably low on things that people would consider to be luxuries. It's not like they're running low on actual food, but the things that people like pay more expensively for, like sugars or things like that, right? That they're low on that type of thing now. But you have all of the stuff that was supposed to resupply this place in the hold of your vessel right now.
Okay, so we're
what's the
good.
plan?
We can go save
Speaking
them.
of which, while that is happening,
Too
the redhead comes back out and she has in her hand this kind of like weirdly ornamented flask with this kind of like leather stitching around it. But it's easily identifiable. It's a healing potion, and she just kind of hands it over to you, right? We had a couple of these on hand for emergencies, and well, we used all of them but this one. So, not sure we'll get more of an emergency than this.
I mean, sure. I mean, appreciate it. This might actually help.
Thank you so much.
Do we need it? Because there's more people that are injured up there. There's 3 more.
No, so the injuries in like this kind of scenario, it's the same type of thing as like D&D. Like these people will bandage themselves, they'll heal themselves. Healing potions are things you want to use in like battle, right? Like healing potions are things you want to use in battle, or if you need to like save someone who is literally dying at that moment. But these people are injured, but they're not dying, right? And you actually see like that guy kind of like hobble out from the back room, kind of like following, And he just kind of like leans up against the wall and kind of like listens. And he is a super tall, super lanky motherfucker. And he keeps like looking over at the redhead consistently. She keeps looking back at him. There's clearly something between the two of them, right? But he doesn't like say anything or make any like call to himself or anything like that as she kind of like hands the potion over. And Blackbird, again, she's been trying to stand on her own 2 feet this entire time, but she like the more time passes in this conversation, the more she's having to lean on this Vasilorian man. She looks over at you and she says, I don't know who all was taken, but I know at least Kuono, the captain, and Eduardo were alive when I saw them get grabbed. If
Kuono and who?
you are willing to go after them, I would be thankful. And I know the captain has connections. And is anyone like especially good at like people skills here?
I have lead.
Anybody
and
have like any
persuade.
interpersonal skills or like like
Yes, I have 2. I have handle animals, which I think applies here, and
What?
also read person.
oh read person
I have
absolutely
read person and intimidate.
read person
I
absolutely.
still
Wait.
believe
And read person.
that. Handle
So we got a whole bunch of
animals
people readers
applies.
here. Okay, that's cool. I'm gonna ask for a roll. And I'll just make this the whole party. Make this an intuition, and I think read person. You could convince me of something else, but I think read person definitely beneficial here.
Handle animals.
Not as beneficial here, I think.
Agree to disagree. Tier 3 result.
Holy shit. Actually, pretty
I
good
have read them
results
and
across
found
the
them to
board.
be animals.
So 2 tier 2s and 2 tier 3s. Absolutely. I think probably what we'll say with that 2 tier 2s and 2 tier 3s. You all have been working together for around a month, right? So that means that you all have been far mariners for at least like a month and maybe like a couple of weeks, right? Presuming the concept that when you became a far mariner in Capital, it was during the kind of like increased like recruitment drive that they were doing. You were skilled enough to like be actually put in as a far mariner rather than like an auxiliary or anything like that, and then you got shipped off, right? There's the potential that someone like Cobb or Bansii may have been a far mariner for longer. I don't know if that makes a lot of sense for Bansii because of your background, but it does make a lot of sense for Cobb. Regardless, Bansii and Cobb have both been in Capital for long enough to have a very good idea of what is going on. And then Yuvik probably just, from living as a pirate and understanding subtlety here or there. And then Higgins, because you literally didn't you literally go to the college where they train like politicians and spies and shit like that?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so like
that is where Higgins learned a lot of stuff.
you picked up some of this shit, right? What she is saying a thing and then saying a second thing underneath that, right? She's basically said Captain Kuono has connections, right? And there's to just like a casual listener, right? There a person saying that is kind of like insinuating, oh, this person has connections. That means that not only is this the right thing to do, right, but there likely be a reward for it, right?
What was the other
There's-
name? Quono and who?
Cuono and Eduardo.
Eduardo.
Um,
Okay.
there is a subtext in the way that she says this that is a very Riojan thing to say, and is said in a very Riojan fashion. Because the Great Game is a thing for all of Capital's people. And that is that Captain Cuono has connections. Not just in the concept that saving the captain might grant you a reward. Not saving the captain means that the captain's connections will know that you, like, if you all just left, if you all were just like, it's not worth us risking our lives to go after these people, right? Let's just get everyone on the boat, get the fuck out of hostile territory, and the fucking administration can send some sort of expedition to figure out what the fuck's going on here, right? Her subtext is, if you were to abandon the potential rescue of this person, the connections of that person would find out, and that would be a problem for you.
Okay.
That would be a problem for everyone who made it out of here alive.
Okay. So this is what I'd like to do. All right. So I'm gonna go back to our boat real quick and let you guys finish up whatever we need to talk about here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let
Because
our
the crew is on the boat, right? Like, crew's on the boat.
Crew's on the boat.
Crew was on the boat as you all blasted off the boat into a fight. So your crew are not fighters, but they're basically at the boat ready to shove off and get back into the fucking, like, river at a moment's notice in case things
I'm gonna
get
go
too
talk to
hairy.
them real quick. Y'all finish up. BRB. And
Okay. So Yuvik pieces out. Is there actually anything else that any of y'all are gonna discuss in this moment with any of these people?
Why? Like, what? Why here? What do you got? Why?
They
I
don't
think
know.
what Cobb
right?
is trying to ask, is there anything here that might have led them to attack this outpost?
That is what I said.
Mari kind of like shakes her head and says, "We've been here for the better part of a year and a half. We've traded with them. The Tlatsiki they're the most interactive and responsive tribe in the area. They would be the last ones that I would assume we would have a problem with."
Did
and
they say anything?
Blackbird kind of like, ooh, you ask that, and there's a few moments that pass between all of them, and then Blackbird kind of like shakes her head and says, no, it was all just war cries and shouts for blood. There wasn't any. And Hunold, right? This explorer looking motherfucker, right? He kind of grunts and he kind of like makes the mouth noises that you've heard some of these lizard folk make, right? But it's all obviously like very like he knows a little bit of the language, but he's not fluent in any way, shape, form, or fashion, and he couldn't probably hold a conversation well, right? But he kind of like tells you, right, like, they weren't speaking. They were just out for blood. There wasn't even like a particular cry that they repeated or anything like that. I ain't never seen nothing like that from them before. I've seen war bands when they would have a skirmish with a different tribe, or if they'd go hunting or something like that. there's foul things out there in the swamps, but their eyes were strange. Like they weren't themselves.
It's too bad we killed them all.
Were they glowing amber?
You didn't. You killed a lot of these lizard folk. You didn't see any of their eyes glowing amber. Although I will say, Higgins has a habit of blinking behind people and stabbing them in the back. So it doesn't leave a lot of opportunity for Higgins to look deep into the eyes.
And he isn't a sociopath to look into the eyes of the people he's killing.
Of someone. Your question kind of like takes them off guard, and they kind of like look questioningly at each other, but there's not like a general consensus where one of them is just like, yeah, definitely. But there's kind of like a shrug of like unsurety, like maybe, but not sure. Back in the boat.
Back in the boat.
I see no one's on deck, so I'll.
All on deck.
They're all on deck.
They're all
Okay.
on deck. I
Everyone's
just don't
on
want to put
deck.
their here.
All right, guys.
They're all on deck.
More lizards attacked.
Boom.
There's a bunch of people that got hurt, but we don't feel like it's safe. We're gonna bring them on board. It's gonna be about 15 people, and Miss Blackbird is one of us. She's also a far mariner. So work with her and make sure these people are safe. She's also hurt too, so let's try to patch her up if we.
Ambrosio.
Apparently, some people got taken. We're gonna go for them.
Robert.
Just make
Robert's
sure that,
standing there, kind of like at the ready, right? Yoham is at the helm. Chella is kind of in the doorway, kind of like ready to scurry down below and do whatever needs to be done. Ambrosio is kind of like all over you with excitement. He's like, "What's going on? What happened? What? Where are you going? What?"
No. All right. So there was an attack. People got taken. We're gonna go save those people. I need you guys.
You're going
to make sure that
you need backup. And you see his hand like immediately goes down to this kind of like half rapier kind of like thing at his side that you have never seen him really use. But he always wears it.
Well, Mr. Oldham, we don't need backup. What we need is these people to be protected. And I want to believe I can trust you.
You can trust me. Absolutely. With my life.
I appreciate it. Is everybody good?
No enemies shall board this vessel. And there's you see kind of like Robert doesn't even react. Yoham just kind of grins at the kind of like, youthful bravado. It's like Yoham will ask and be like, "So the group's heading out? How long do we wait?"
Hopefully till we get back.
See you in a week.
Right now, they've got about 15, 16 minutes on us. So we need to go, and however long it's going to take to do what we need to and get back. So
Yoham says clock's ticking. Yuvik, I don't think you necessarily know what that means.
You don't have clocks?
That means to me,
this is a medieval society. No, most places in the world, dude. Okay, sorry. There would be things like water clocks.
He's got a gun, but he doesn't understand clocks.
There are things like water clocks and things like that. So probably he knows what it means, but not in the way that Yoham means it. Capital is one of the most advanced places in the world. They have actual clocks and actual clock makers. Like, Capital's in, like, the 1700s, and everyone else is, like, in the 1400s. Does that make sense?
At that comment, I will do nothing more than nod and take off.
That's good.
Not in takeoff.
Anything else happening back at the mess? Any other questions for these people or anything like that?
Can't think of anything.
Somebody notate that you have been given an additional healing potion, so I think that brings the party's healing potion count up to 3. So just bear that in mind. As you are on your way out, this other group of individuals is slowly starting to kind of like make their way, jumping out the windows. That's what I wanted to have happen.
That sounded like it hurt.
They're slowly making their way out of this eastern building, clearly trying to like look for other survivors and things like that.
And of course, I'm standing by the well as they do.
Yeah, just all jump out the window. This Hungarian woman sees you as she kind of is giving a shoulder to the guy that she was kind of like very clearly associated with earlier. And he's leaning heavily on her, and she sees you and just kind of like stops, and he just kind of like gives her a pat, and she's just like, she's fine. She's fine. They're all fine. This woman's had a day. This woman helps operate a store, a general store in this fucking outpost in the middle of the fucking wilderness, and woke up today expecting a normal day, and there are bodies all over the ground here. People that she speaks to on a daily basis are just dead all around her feet, and she just looks like she is done with all of this, and you are this weird savior slash something that is just creating a conflict in her mind.
I'll just point at the boat.
Oh, she kind of like looks out at the boat, nods, and she starts to kind of like shuffle her guy down that way. The other guy kind of just slumps against the wall and just kind of waits for other people. Y'all heading out?
I'll take him. I'll help him.
We gotta go.
You help him.
I'll help him to the boat.
Pull out.
A few minutes pass between the end of this altercation, you all speaking to the people who live here, the people who are stationed here, the people who work here, speaking to your crew, helping some people to the boat, etc., etc. Probably like 5, maybe 10 minutes pass, and it starts to get to the point where you need to go, or else the distance between you and this tribe of lizard folk is going to become an issue if you want to potentially rescue any of the people that they took. So you all head out. As you begin to follow the directions given to you by Blackbird, right, and the immediate directions are just out the north gate. You see the north gate is kind of like, it's not like the north gate got destroyed. It's more like they got over the walls of the outpost, and then they fought around the gate, and then they opened the gate from the inside, right? As you go out the north gate, you see this area is again on a little hill, clear cut for probably 100 feet or so on either side, on all sides around it. Probably about there's a bit of a trail, a bit of like a hard packed, obvious like trail that leads out of this northern gate, and it very quickly dead ends into like brush and puddles and swampy terrain as it starts to go down the backside of this hill. It's obviously not kept up, right? But the portion closer to the outpost is relatively hard packed. They probably brought in like dirt or something like that and put in this place. About 50 feet from the gate, there is a 20-foot circle of black char in the center of this kind of like pathway. And there are probably a half a dozen to a dozen lizard bodies in this circle of black char. Something fucked up a lot of them while this attack was happening. Something basically the equivalent of what we would picture as like fireballed a shit ton of lizard folk while they were attacking this northern gate. But it did not stop their progress. The trail past them is exceedingly obvious. These lizards are making no effort to hide their trail. You see at the point at which the underbrush starts to grow up and you hit the trees, there's just a road of broken bush, like branches and bushes pushed down by the trampling of feet and dragging of bodies, clear as day, into the jungle to the north.
Okay.
Well, all right, let's go.
We continue towards the
Seems like that's where we
trampled
should
jungle.
All right.
go. Makes sense to me.
Sounds
Hastened
like a plan.
pace.
Oh boy. All right, as you guys move forward, I'm gonna ask you some questions here. How fast you going?
Pretty
How
fast.
much? How bad you trying to catch up to these?
Oh, we Oregon trailing
let's see,
it now.
Siski. Yeah. We gotta. I need some new music first. This is way too. Give me
Well,
some-
I feel like 15
thread.
plus minutes is a pretty lengthy, like, they're probably
it is
not-
right. Like in theory, like they're being 15 to 30 minutes ahead of you, right, is a good head start. But you are 4 people, right? And this is by all accounts of what Blackbird has said, right? Because Blackbird basically said that what was still here when you arrived was the rear guard. So whatever force left here was 2 to 3 times the size at least, right? So you're 4 people trying to follow that size of a group, and that size of a group is carrying hostages, right? So that is going to slow them. One, just being that size of a group is going to slow them down if they're all going in the same direction. 2, carrying hostages is going to slow them down depending on whether or not the hostages are making a fuss of it or not. You have the advantage just off of sheer, mobility, but the flip side is that you don't know anything about this place or the terrain, right? So if you lose this trail, your ability to catch up to them is going to be quite worse. But for now, the trail is exceedingly obvious. It's like a fucking tunnel through the jungle at this point. Like,
Okay.
it's probably 20 feet wide of just like not clear cut, but like broken grass and reeds and ferns and shit like that going through these scraggly, weird trees.
All right, what do you guys say?
If
Medium
we-
pace, like jogging pace?
If
Make
you
sure we
guys
don't get
want
winded,
to,
but-
I can zip ahead, Nightcrawler style, and just blot my way forward to try and keep eyes on him.
I mean, I'm
Well,
okay with
well,
that. Maybe if you can, maybe some distraction tactics to get them to stop without
Damn,
giving
I'm
away
like
your.
I'm like a hybrid combination of Nightcrawler and Juggernaut.
Juggerquat.
That's amazing.
Oh, okay. So Higgins is gonna go
Night.
ahead. How far ahead are you gonna go, Higgins? Are we talking like you're trying to go 100 feet ahead, or are we talking like you're going minutes ahead?
I think that I'm going to do my best to catch up as quick as I can.
So
To
you're leaving the
see
party.
Yes, I will break away kind of on this scouting mission while they hurry along to keep up.
Okay. So the Higgins is gonna set off and try to catch up to this group of Pliskotl, right?
Quick question. Healing in between combats, right? So we didn't really like take a breather or anything like that. Like, do I use a recovery to heal up
Yep.
before this inevitable next battle?
Any healing until you do a respite. Any healing is just your recoveries.
Okay.
Or do you want this potion we just got? Like,
No, I mean I'll just use a recovery. Like, we don't need to use a potion up.
okay.
Yeah, so that goes for all of you, right? Like, once you're out of combat, you can freely use your recoveries to heal up. It's just the thing is you will not get your recoveries back until you guys decide you're done being heroes for a day.
Got it.
Because you got to remember, it takes a full day, right? So.
Then on that note, I blink, bloop, 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 bloop,
Bloop, bloop,
and I'm
bloop,
gone.
bloop, bloop. All right, Uvik, Bansii, and Cobb. Higgins leaves you with the intent to catch up to this group and try to, figure something out from there, right? You are able to move through this territory following this trail without any issue at all. Like I said, they are doing nothing to hide the trail that they are leaving behind as it moves northward into this kind of jungle / swamp terrain. Higgins, it's probably about 20 minutes or so. And you hit an area following this trail. You hit an area where the trail is still very clearly going into it, but it is a blanket of fog through this portion of the jungle. Going into it, it is the perfect place to get ambushed. I don't know how better to say that, right? Like, you going alone, right, is the potential of you just finding yourself surrounded by a bunch of lizard folk. So it's your choice if you want to keep pressing on or if you want to go back and rejoin with the party at this point.
I don't feel like they would really be expecting any sort of pursuit because they left the fort basically in what they saw as they'd won the battle. They were annihilating everyone there. They had no concept of us coming. I don't know that they would be too concerned about being pursued and leave an ambushing rear guard, nor do they seem all that calculating. They seem kind of feral.
So you're gonna say fuck it and go into the fog anyways?
Yeah, I think I'm going to continue.
He said, "Fuck it, we ball."
Fuck it, we ball.
You head into the fog, doing your fucking nightcrawler bamping bullshit, right? Like, bamp to a tree, look around, wait, turn, bamp to another tree, look around, right? Like, it's faster than just walking forward, right? But it is also safer than just walking forward, right? It is both at the same time, because you're able to bamp these distances, be in concealed locations. The fog absolutely helps you in this regard. The fog hurts your ability to actually see anything going on. You bamp suddenly to the edge of the fog, and you find yourself in a wholly different environment than the one that you had previously been in. I'm going to move just Higgins over to them.
Move on, just Higgy.
Miss Higgy.
This is a very different place. Did that pull you over?
Oh yeah, it's
This
It's
does
looking
not
awfully
look like you
graveyardy.
are on the same continent. This looks like entirely different terrain. This is not swampy. These are not the same trees. These are not the same shrubs. And that sure as shit is not the same architecture that you would presume. Like you've all heard about like Little Ix and the style of its peoples and things like that. It mirrors Ix, which is kind of think like Mesoamerica, kind of like think Aztecs, Olmecs, that kind of stuff. This is like humanish, like maybe Vaslorian or something like that. Like this is extremely different architecture. And yeah, you kind of like hit the nail on the head. This looks like some sort of ancient out of this land graveyard. This looks like the graveyard of a people's half a world away from here. You also see absolutely no sign of any sort of trail of the lizard folk coming through here. You had been following the trail through the fog, and it just stops. It does not go through here.
okay. Well, that's concerning.
You said fog, right?
I
Does my
attempt to
alertness?
exit.
Does my alertness would like
You haven't.
nullify that?
You and your group haven't even made it to the fog yet. Like,
Oh.
like you, Cobb, and Uvik are still like following this trail through the jungle. Higgins is because he can just teleport at will, like run, teleport, run, teleport, run, teleport. He is minutes ahead of the rest of you three, right? So you all are just following this trail through the jungle, waiting for Higgins to get back to you, right? So Higgins is the only one seeing any of this at this point.
I see.
And Higgins, it didn't take you long to get through the fog. It took you maybe like a minute or two to get through the fog.
Okay. I'm gonna try and back out of the fog. Does it try to keep me here?
It doesn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna back out and head back along the path I was coming from.
Okay.
And try to get back to the group.
Easy peasy. It only takes you probably about 5 minutes, Higgins, to head back. And the fact that you're moving at such speed and the party is moving towards you, you meet them about like 2 minutes after you get out of the fog. So it's been maybe like 20 minutes total of you all kind of like following this trail. And then Higgins shows back up.
What did
Hey
you see?
guys. I don't know that I understand why, but there appears to be some sort of broken temple church ahead, and the trail disappears. So, I don't really know what's going on there.
What kind of markings were on it?
I recall a stained glass window, several gravestones. It had a tall, pointed steeple at the top, a large tower in the front. Sort of your generic church type.
You'd be able to, I think, Higgins, you'd be able to describe it as Basilorian, right? Like, many of the
That
different, like, it's hard to call them all countries, 'cause not all of them are countries, but many of the, like, cultural lines, groupings of the world, right, like, have very different styles of architecture and culture and things like that. It looked like a Basilorian church.
Looks like a Basilorian
And
church.
Vesloria, because again, we're all very new to this. Vesloria is basically like, I crashed. I'm back. What the fuck were we doing? I have forgotten everything that happened in the past 20 minutes.
Jesus.
Somebody catch me up.
I went and I found a spooky, scary church, and then
yeah.
I came back.
Higgins, you're back. Y'all figure this shit out.
All right,
do
well,
what you gotta do.
I say we still continue. Like, maybe when we're all walking down the trail, if for some reason they actually diverted a different direction, we might be able to pick up on that.
Okay.
If not, then we're just gonna have to go through the creepy church.
Show me to the pagan temple. I will examine
Pagan.
it.
How do you know it's pagan?
Hagen. Get some rolls.
You got it, Cobb. Then I lead him to it.
I know not,
Takes
but I
us
assume.
I
Forever.
imagine the two of them walking side by side shakes the foundation of the.
Probably.
There's
something
literally
along those
2
lines.
tons walking.
It's like
that is a
one
ton
space
walking.
marine.
It is 1 ton walking.
Doom, 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 doom.
This is why you you have to teleport everywhere you go, because walking it just makes too much noise.
Oh, damn. I have to. But this does not change. I'm gonna say I would like a test.
Test of it.
Gonna be probably intuition. That's not right. Probably intuition. And I'm gonna say alertness, search, and track would all be useful skills here. But I will say it could be. I could be convinced something else would be useful.
What about lift?
No. Well, I mean,
About-
how is Lyft going to help you in this endeavor?
No. I think nature is probably the closest thing that I would
Oh,
have.
nature. Yeah, I think nature could work.
Navigate would
Yeah,
probably.
I'll-
I was gonna say, what about navigate?
I feel like navigate is more of like a. Well, drive is a thing. Isn't
Like
it?
navigate feels like it's like a city, and
Yeah,
it's got
I feel like navigate
more
is
defined stuff.
Yeah, it's less about like finding some sort of missing thing and more about like reading a map or knowing your way around a place or something like that.
Okay.
Would be my assumption, unless you have a way that you can convince me you're navigating this jungle fog terrain.
I feel strongly about many things. This is not one of them.
This is not one of them? Okay. All right, I'm throwing this out there. This is going to be a hard test. I will
intuition,
say, Uvik, I think you get a bane on this because of something you said
falling.
previously. Or not a bane, an edge. I apologize. Get an edge
For what?
for this roll.
Okay.
For a reason.
16, tier 1.
We all failed, except some of us also have consequences.
Yeah, I think the only way y'all pull yourself out of this is if Bansii gets a tier 3.
Or if we re-roll.
That's a tier 1.
You could spend some hero tokens and re-roll.
Yeah,
If
Cobb,
it's
why don't you
hero
re-roll? You got +4.
Sure.
I spend hero tokens to re-roll.
Okay.
How many I gotta spend?
1.
I spend 1 hero token to re-roll. How do I do
Me
this?
too.
1.
I don't know how to do it either because it just popped up for me.
Click that and click that. So y'all are spending
Well,
2 hero
so
tokens?
Bansii, you only failed. You don't have a consequence.
That's true. We can leave that if you want. It's up to you. You got a tier 2
Great.
result already.
Great success.
If you want to keep a tier 2. Still tier 2. Okay. Averages out. Tier 2 result. Final offer, or is is anyone gonna?
I mean, I can
re-
re-roll too, but that's 3 tokens we're burning.
That is 3 hero tokens that you're
I
burning.
mean, we always forget we have them.
Yeah.
All right,
And also, it's almost the end of the night.
It's almost the end of the night, yeah. So,
I roll. Once I can figure out how to.
here.
How about worse?
Still tier 1. So the only person who could potentially re-roll now is Yuvik, because you
Does
have to
Yuvik
take
still
your
get the
second
edge?
result. Do you? Oh!
Go for it, Yuvik.
Oh! Did it auto? Were you able to plug in that you had an edge or not?
Yes, I was able to select that I had.
Okay, so that 16 is with your edge. Gotcha.
Yeah, it's if you look at it, it says 6. Well, it says 16 plus 1. Edge is supposed to be +2. It doesn't say that the edge was there. Maybe it didn't calculate the edge.
If it didn't calculate the edge, then that is a tier 3 result.
2d10 minus 1. 1 edge equals 16 is what it says when you hover over the 16. So I think edge is in there.
I can't see it because it just shows me the final result.
I meant on the
you
action
rolled.
log.
Oh, my bad. Let me scroll down and see.
If you hover over the 16.
Yeah, it counted it because you got you have a -1.
Yeah, my
I think.
intuition is not the best.
Yeah, your intuition is not the best, so it was a 14.
Sure,
and the
yeah,
edge brought it to a 16.
I'll re-roll it.
Gonna reroll? Okay.
Yeah,
Burn through 4 hero tokens real quick.
whatever. Hey, an actual improvement. Or was it?
No, it's still a tier 2.
The dice fucking slowly tipped over to something worse.
Still a
It's
tier
worse.
2. All right. Because that is a hard test, that is a failure. Because the average is a tier 2, it is just a failure. It is not a failure with a consequence. So, Higgins brings you all to the edge of this fog, and you proceed as a group into it. And the trail is more difficult to follow because it's like a thick fog. It's like a hard to see your hand in front of your face style fog, right? So it's difficult to navigate through, but you're able to kind of like, follow this trail, and then the fog just suddenly ends, and so does the trail, and you all find yourself in a different location. You all find yourself here.
Ooh, I'm here.
And it is a extremely,
Yo!
it's like Higgins describes, right? Like, it is extremely different environment.
The fucking animations on this is insane.
It does not look like you. Yeah, this might have been what crashed me. So we might not be doing this. This plus streaming plus recording plus all the other shit that I have open for running games, well, might be what crashed me. So
Look at the
don't get
levels.
used to it. But it is really
Nope.
cool that it exists.
I
right?
expect this from now on.
You're right. So. Again, new VTT, so I'm trying a bunch of new things. This is a Chepeku
So
map,
cool.
right? An animated Chepeku map, which is really, really good. But yeah, you come into this place that looks like it is a wholly different land. The trees are different. The vegetation's all different. The architecture looks like you have hopped to a completely different continent. And I think Cobb, you have like a little tingling in the back of your head. And kind of like a momentary flashback to being an individual displaced from time, and you have a very similar feeling about this place.
Okay. Interesting.
And the trail's gone. There was a trail in the fog, basically right up until this point. And then there is no trail, no sign of this lizard folk raiding party coming through this area.
Hey,
All right, take a second.
I'm still gonna keep pace and walk through this place. Like, I'm gonna go up the stairs. Like, I see how the path wraps around the church.
Sure.
And I'd like that. My intention is to just like follow.
I would like to take a moment
Okay.
and
Just
reflect
take a
on
moment.
my insight.
I'm concerned that this gravestone keeps glowing green.
I don't
I
want
have-
to do that. I
I
just
have
follow.
significant concerns of this.
Look, it's just an animated map. Ignore it. It's fine.
I don't believe you. I
Bansii.
do not believe you.
Are you doing anything in particular, or are you just following the group?
I'm trying to decide if I can sense anything, but I don't know what my skills are.
Do you have something that you think would give you the ability to sense something?
Like, I'm still not quite sure what psionics and monsters does for me. And then alertness. Hold on. I'm still looking at it.
Sure.
But I
Alright,
guess
while-
I'm
while she
following. I'm
looks at
following
it.
people.
While she looks at it, I want to actually do my thing.
Okay, what's your thing?
Do your thing.
I take a moment and I reflect on how this feels like it's outside of time,
Yeah.
and then I concentrate on the intersection of my domains, right? The nature and the air, the storms, and I try and pinpoint this place in time.
Oh.
Believe in him.
Right? Like there's like the seasons and
Sure.
the way the currents feel and the growth cycle it intersects.
Okay. I'm gonna say. I'm going to say make an intuition test. Hob. And I'm going to let you. You can add either nature or religion to this. Either one, I think, is going to be applicable for you.
I have both.
That's why I said either one.
What is cultural lore benefit? Should I check that?
Cultural lore benefits. I actually don't think that applies in this particular instance, but I think
what-
you need
what is
some
it,
sort
though?
of benefit from your out of timeness. So I'm gonna say, yeah, go ahead and check it.
Oh,
Because
okay.
it should just
I've
give you an
checked it.
edge, basically.
I'm edging.
You're edging.
I've edged many different ways.
Okay. So 14.
I
tier
succeeded,
2.
but with a consequence.
Nah, there's not a consequence. It's. I think what it is that tickling in the back of your mind absolutely registers to you, and kind of like makes you think you know, like.
It's just so different from where we were.
Who am I hearing?
I don't know.
I also do not know.
Oh.
It's not me.
Okay. So, you kind of like search or quest or whatever it is, and
My searching
you
quest.
feel this recognition. This place absolutely was maybe not, obviously not in exactly the way that you were, but this place is not from this time. This place is in this time. You haven't just crossed some sort of boundary or threshold where you are now in a different time, right? This place is in the present time, in the present world. But it is as if this place was picked up from the past and set down into this place in the present time, in the present world, right? And that fog is very clearly a boundary for this, right? Because you were just in a different area, a different terrain, a different place, right? At the same time, the terrain, the feel, that kind of like connection to nature that you have, and the presence through the worship of your god that you get, right? This doesn't feel like it's a place that was picked up from a different place and put in here. This place is just from a different time period, but it is the same place. Like, the terrain is accurate. And you look back and you think back to where you have been, and you see kind of like this cycle of decay in your mind of the land, kind of like you see like a little time lapse in your head real quick of like the land ravaged by decay and weather, and the swampiness taking hold of the land, and then the vegetation changing around the swampiness and becoming more tropical and just changing, right? Over the course of millennia, right? This place seems out of time by thousands of years.
This place doesn't belong here.
But it
It's-
does.
Neither do we. Let's
Strange.
get through it.
Yeah. Let's get
Okay.
through it, he says.
Charge on.
Knowing full well there's no way this elaborate of a map is just going to be a set piece we just walk through.
It's
Walk
literally
through it.
just a spot for us to walk through it.
Just walk through it. All right, who's going on?
I follow them.
I was about to say, so somebody's going to have to trip it.
Alright, you don't get that far.
Wow. Okay. You're like, ooh, why don't you move?
I just wanted to see who was the first person, who'd be the first person
One
to do it.
literal square forward.
You do. Your foot, Higgins, your foot touches these ancient stone steps. The entire earth around you begins to tremble and shake.
I teleport.
Hands and bodies and legs and everything else in the world pops up out of the fucking ground as the dead rises to greet you
Chicken
in
feet.
this place out of time. Wait, what?
Oh, those are things.
Fuck just happened? Alright.
Well, I guess we don't get to fight whatever you're trying to do over there.
Hold the fucking
Oh,
phone.
hey, those died too. We're good.
I accidentally clicked the duplicate token. I don't want to duplicate. I want to make visible. The dead rises!
The dead. Happy Halloween, everybody.
Happy Halloween, everybody!
It's
Actually,
this season.
we
Well,
do this
maybe-
fight on Halloween!
Hey!
Or not on
Cool.
Halloween. Very close to Halloween.
Close enough.
Close enough for government work. That was not intended. You see the dead rise from the graves around you. Stone shatters, earth moves. You see skittering up. I say you see skittering up. Yeah, you see skittering up out of the church grounds. You see these desiccated corpses wielding femurs and spines. And then you see kind of like floating down from the shattered remnants of the church itself. One actually like coming out of the now pulsing and glowing stained glass. You see these spectral whites that come screaming down out of this once holy place that you have stumbled into, and you are not supposed to be here. So, draw steel, motherfuckers. Yeah, okay. You weren't surprised. It's all good. Everything's fine. All right, it is 10 o'clock. When do people need to end tonight? Can we play a round or two, or do people need to end nearish?
I'm okay with a round or two. I just would like to end.
Make sure if it gets close to like 10:30 or something like that, someone make sure to point it out to me so I don't keep y'all too late. All right, it is player turns first. Y'all know how to do this. What do you want to do?
Does anyone want to do something first?
I always like marking something, but I like my kind of opener is like I'll mark something and then give somebody else a free signature.
Sure.
I like to, give everyone health, but I'm down either way.
Yeah. Well, the health probably is pretty better because if I do my thing, then something gets to attack us before then you get to do that.
Yeah.
So
why don't you go ahead and do your temp health thing? to
Temp
kick us
health!
off?
I do my temp health thing to kick us off.
all right.
Need to pray, so I will not.
Hey.
Never did have it.
Nice.
You're not turning.
Yeah, it's not your turn actually in the thing at the top.
It just
There you go.
rolled my piety. How could it possibly not be my turn?
It does. It does not set our
It's about
turns
the-
when we click it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Jeremy
Okay.
has to click
Are
it.
y'all clicking? When I say click, y'all are clicking your portraits up at the top, right?
My person,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It seems like it's being weird, so just tell me who wants to go, and I'll click it for you.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
Because it
I
seems to
go.
always work for me.
Alright, I holy ledge this guy.
Go again. Yeah, you see up out of that grave and gravestone, and a whole ass fucking zombie has risen.
Pull him into this wall.
Nice.
Bam. Wall smashed.
And
Okay.
then
And did that actually
I
wall
give
smash?
everybody.
It didn't wall smash because she vertical pulled him, so it actually yoinked him
Oh,
up into the air
vertical.
and threw him onto the ledge.
Alright, everyone gets fucking 5
Well,
shits.
5 is
'Cause
better than
That's
nothing.
what I can do.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll just do it again next turn. And I'm good here.
He is good.
Hesitation is weakness.
Sure. I'll accept that.
Yeah, you know what? I want to fuck up that one.
Here we go.
Teleporting up. You teleport over this low kind of like wall that obviously was probably much higher once upon a time. Yatta! Holy shit.
Okay. And then
Devastating
I'm a
rush.
black ash teleport behind this like tombstone thing here and attempt to hide.
Okay. Roll a hide for me. Hell yeah. Or
It
not
just
roll a
did.
hide for me.
It just says, "Do
show
you
me your
hide?"
hide. I will have to search
Hide.
if I wish to search. Alright, sweet.
Yeah, that'll be my turn.
Fantabulous. Okay, well, zombie's gonna zombie, I think. Not that one. Let's zombie with this one. Okie dokie. So, first up, I wonder, is this shit, oh, can I do this immediately?
No. Sorry.
Yes, I can do this immediately. I am going to Dread March. I'm going to burn 7 malice to Dread March.
It's
And
not
there's
me,
a lot of
Jeremy.
malice to start off with.
They've had some victories too.
Oh. We don't know what their
Right.
life was or unlife.
That's kind of funny to think about, actually.
Okay, so immediately as the undeath, invigorates these corpses, they lurch up and begin to just kind of like rush into the fray. Gonna get some movement and some free strikes, which isn't probably gonna do very much, but that's okay. Movement and a free strike.
Yep. Letting Zach do that immediately
Movement
was a good call.
and a free strike. Movement and a free strike. So the undead just swarms the shit out of y'all. Just like immediately comes crawling over all of the walls and the graves and the hills, and just comes streaking at you. And now we're gonna get a whole bunch of. Do you have a trigger on you, Bansii? Did you want to use that? Because I think you took damage, but you don't have to use it.
Sure.
It's up to you. Glamour of Terror. Let's see. This thing is now frightened of you. Okay, sweet. Good to know. Okay. These things are going to... you see coming up out of the back a bunch of ants just skittering along the ground, and they basically all rush you, Bansii, and throw themselves at you.
Cool.
Boop, 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 boop.
Whoa.
Oh! That was fine. Okay. They are going to have an edge because they are flanking them, I believe.
Yep.
And they will... Gotcha! Overwhelming results.
I wish to parry.
I
Oh,
mean, that is a 24. I mean, you can parry, but you're not going to reduce it. You're just going to take half the
Oh.
damage, right?
how much damage? Well, yeah.
It's 5 damage.
Oh, that's good.
You're like, nah, I don't want to parry that.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of hands. They're just kind of like scratching and clawing. They're not doing a lot of damage. Yeah.
Okay.
They're just swarming.
Well, I saw the 24, and I'm like, that's a lot of damage.
It is. We are not.
How is it not
shifting.
24? Oh no, that's the
That's
roll.
to hit. Yeah,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
it's
That
whatever
one
it
will
is.
shift. And after they hit, you see them, kind of like they jump onto you, Bansii, and then they just kind of like scratch and scrabble at you, and then they kind of just fling themselves away from you. Super quick. And they rolled a natural 20, so they're gonna basically do that again. Oh, no, they're not, because minions don't get to do that shit. But that's okay.
Mignon.
Minions don't get to do that shit. So, this guy is frightened of you. What does frightened do?
Can't move
Frightened.
closer. And is it Bane on attacks?
Yeah, they have a Bane, and you have an edge against them.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, they're gonna try to claw. They're kind of attacking indiscriminately. So, this one's gonna go try to lace into Cobb. It will have a Bane because it is frightened.
Okay.
And it got a tier 1 result.
I dismiss.
Sweet.
So that is 4 damage going towards Cobb. And I
Okay.
believe that is probably mostly it, except it smacks at Cobb and then it tries to grab Bansii. And it will have a Bane because of Frightened.
Oh yeah.
But
Nice.
it does succeed on grabbing Bansii. But Bansii, you can make a melee free strike before you become grabbed, which I think it will prompt you. There you go. Holy shit!
Wow.
That was a good melee free strike. Damn.
It was.
Yeah, he grabs
Take
you.
the thing. Take
If-
that thing. I guess the hands would be thing, right? So zombie 1.
Yeah. So if it had feelings, it would be unhappy about how hard you hit it, but it doesn't have feelings. So that is its turn.
That is a lot of enemies within. Does your AoE hurt allies,
I don't think so.
Lily?
I don't think so either.
Well, we know the
No.
acid rain doesn't because the acid rain can benefit allies.
Correct. And there's only 2 area of effects that I have, and it says enemy.
Yeah, most AoEs in the game differentiate between allies and enemies. There are a couple that I think don't, but they're more powerful basically because they don't differentiate. All right, Yuvik, Bansii, who wants to go? Who's doing what?
I'll let you go, Lily, if you want to
Sure.
see how many you can get.
See how many you can get.
I'm clicking on me, and it's not doing anything.
Okay,
Jeremy's got to click on you, right?
Jeremy clicked on me.
clicked on you.
Okay, so it's going straight to maneuver. Should it be going straight to maneuver?
You can click on main action or maneuver.
I don't know.
Okay.
It might be going straight to maneuver because you're grabbed, so it's like, do you want to get out of your grab or whatever?
Oh.
It might be like saying, hey, you have this condition, but I don't think you have to.
I was about to say, can you not do main actions if you're grappled?
Yeah, no, absolutely you can.
I thought so.
Yeah, your options are hit 4 people or hit 4 people.
I think I'll hit 4 people.
You think you'll hit 4 people? I think you'll hit 4 people. All right. Well, you did a lot of damage. You get to kill some hands. But I don't know how many
I am-
hands. Okay, so you killed that hand.
Scrolling in so I can
Killed
click
that
on
hand?
the tiny skulls.
And you killed that hand. Okay. You killed all 3 little hands around you. Almost killed the zombie that's holding on to you. So that was your action. What else you got? What else you want to do? Oh, you gonna fire off with your bonus action, your little practical magic? Ooh.
I'm gonna push him,
Okay.
and
Where did
maybe
you try
Cobb
to
will
push
get
him?
an opportunity attack.
So you can't provoke an opportunity attack from a push, but you can, when you push a creature into another creature, they bounce. They like do damage to each other. So you could push this zombie into that ghoul.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, so let me...
I don't know why that didn't work.
Let me see if I can manually... You would have pushed 3, right? Actually, hold up. How much stability does I have? This guy has
Zombie
stability
shouldn't have
1, so you would have only pushed 2 instead of 3. But that did kill him, but it then activated his ability, and he's the undead. He didn't want to die, so he's back. He's back to half HP.
You know, I
Wow.
know the feeling.
Yep. You know the feeling. You've been there.
I do.
You know the feeling.
I've been there.
Right? So Lily has revealed the great secret with these zombies. Those motherfuckers are harder to kill. So I think that's a great time for me to go ahead and get the rest of the zombies into play. So yeah, let's fucking do that, shall we? Oh, these guys are so fucking fast. You know what, Lily? That went so well that time.
Wow.
Let's just repeat. Let's
Mhm.
just repeat.
that
These
what you wanna do?
hands they're not making smart decisions. They're just squirrely. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. We are spreading the love a little bit this time. We'll hit Bansii and Cobb. Definitely some flanking going on. Roll the dice. Tier 1 result.
Oh no.
Damn it.
I dismiss.
Okay, so they deal a little bit of damage, and then, just like they did last time, they start shifting and hopping and jumping around, because they're shifty little bastards. Okay, we do that. And then this one is going to move up and flank Uvik, and he's going to try to... He'll cancel. Go for the main action first, because if he gets a good one, flanking. Let's roll.
A roll. That's a tier.
Oh my god, I can't roll anything for these boys.
Dismiss.
Alright, so he tries to smack you. He does a little bit of damage, but they're not exceptionally threatening. Then he will try to grab you, because they don't know any better. He does grab you, and you get to hit him as he grabs you.
Flanking cover, range, strike with just roll that.
You stab
Smack.
him, do a little stabby stew. Alright, in turn.
Grabs two.
Uh,
Click my icon, please.
clicking your icon.
All right.
I wonder if that's a setting or something that I fucked up.
So for my maneuver, I will battle cry. I will target Higgins, Cobb, and Bansii. I will roll. Damn, that was a 3 for so long. You know what? Roll.
Reroll.
It's a 1. All right.
Okay. Y'all don't have any more hero tokens. That's the last reroll. Get out of here.
Yeah. Let's end the session. Whatever. All right.
Yeah,
So,
I mean we're at the end. Yeah, you know.
so
It's funny. Did you
that
reroll
certainly
and
just
get a
got
1
rolled.
anyways, or a tier 1
we're
anyways?
both grappled,
Yeah.
and I saw what she did, and I'm like, do it again.
Oh, do it again.
Do it again.
All right. Bansii,
I say strike now. You
Uvik
use
is giving you
attack.
another strike, signature strike.
There are so many people. Like, is there a top priority person
There's
to
so
hit?
many people.
Duh.
I'll just hit the guy in front of me again.
Let's do it. Yeah, right. Another 4 damage. He's looking pretty fucked up, but he is not dead yet.
In turn.
Okay. Ghouls are gonna go. Ghouls are already in the thick of it. They got some stuff that they can do.
They're in the thick of it.
They're just gonna do some clawing.
Oh boy, they clawing.
Oh boy, they clawing.
Oh boy.
So that's going to be a claw. 4 damage. Yeah, right. And then I think that is going to be that. I think that guy's happy to do what he's doing. This guy's going to do something a little different, though. This guy is going to... Cobb, the one in front of you, kind of like bends down, like skitters, like faints at you, goes back, bends down, and then leaps over you at Bansii. And
Yeah. Leaping.
leaps over you and just basically like slashes at Bansii's face as it does. And knocks Bansii on her ass.
Damn.
And then is done. Wait, is that supposed to be a melee? No, okay, makes a free. Wait, but that means I should be able to do that now, right? Is that not how that works? Brain. Yeah?
Brain.
Hmm. Yeah. Okay, so it's counting the free strike as the action, but it should not be the action. So, it will then use its claw on you. Now that you're on the ground, it's gonna try to start basically mauling you. And it rolls a tier 1 result. God damn it! Damn it!
Goddamn.
Look, it doesn't matter. The hits are slowly but surely getting through. That is the end of its turn. And the whites are gonna go. These guys are gonna just start moving down. Oop, nope. Undo. Did not mean to do them both at the same time. Stop. Unlink. Unlink. Why are you doing this to me? How did I link these guys? How do I unlink them? Okay. They're not linked anymore. And that guy's going here. That guy's going here. And they're done. Because they're slow undeaders. Alright, back to the hero turn. They don't hit very hard, but there's a lot of them, and the big ones seem to get the fuck back up when you kill them. So, what do y'all want to do? Who wants to go first? Who's got an answer to
So
this?
which ones got back up? These ones?
So far, just that one zombie got back up, right? You haven't seen any of the other bigger ones get up, and the hands seemed to die when they took enough damage. So.
Okay. Was there anything specific about how it got back up, right? Like, did it knit itself back together? Did it just get knocked down and just get up again?
You
Could it never be knocked
saw-
down again?
You're sure?
Did he perhaps drink a whiskey drink before this?
He drank a whiskey drink. I think with this one, you basically saw like classic zombie, right? Like,
Perhaps a cider drink?
it full fell to the ground and stilled, and then just started like moving again. It's still on its back. It didn't like do the full like zombie rise up type scenario, right? So it's still on the ground, but it went still like it was dead, and then just suddenly started like moving and kicking again, like it had been defibrillated, you know?
Okay. And then what are these fucking things up here again?
Those are almost kind of like, they're not quite ghostly, but they're far more like regal and ghostly looking, and they're carrying these kind of like glowy swords.
Okay.
They look like Vaslorian nobles.
Okay, they look like they're probably commanding these undead things. So I'm gonna go fuck up one of them. Do you guys care if I go?
Go for it.
Yeah.
You going?
Jeremy,
Yeah, I'll
clicking.
go.
Jeremy clicking
Okay,
first.
I click you.
Nice.
Yas.
Ah,
Free to
all
Rock
the
on.
insight.
Hello.
It
Good
just kind of
day.
like turns at your sound because it doesn't see you coming. It just kind of turns its head.
I've brought this for you.
I brought this for you. Oh god. Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay.
I've rolled a 6 and a 1 on that every single time.
That's funny.
Oh my god. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, you pop up next to this thing and just obliterate it. White. Yeah, this. White. Hold up. Hold up. What did you do? What damage did you do? Why?
24?
Why did this auto kill? That is the question. Oh, wait. What? I think that works that way. I'm gonna rule it that works that way. Normally this thing would get back up. You did so much damage to it in a single hit that you obliterate its body and it can't get back up.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Alright.
Mitch is
I'm
our
gonna go back-
dedicated DPS.
Just to hit
I'm
it
gonna go
so
back
hard.
over here and hide.
Just hit it so hard that, like, basically, you did 24 damage. Those things do not have nearly 24 health, so they're supposed to just keep getting back up, but you hit it so fucking hard that it just couldn't.
That's dope. Alright.
I don't know if that's how that's supposed to work, because there's other
The end of my turn.
other things at play there. But I'm gonna roll with that. So we're just gonna say that that's the case. All right, fuck it. You know what? The other white is not happy about that, so it's going to. Right, okay, I remember that. Oh, this works for anybody. Yeah, this guy's gonna go. He's gonna come down here, and he's gonna stab Yuvik. Damn.
I say nay.
They nays.
Our pet man.
He nays. Alright, he got a Bane. It's still gonna be a tier 2 result.
Well, I don't understand how to figure that out, so I did
Which
it
reduces
anyway.
the roll by 2.
Yeah, so putting a Bane just reduces the roll by 2. So you're dropping it from a 15 to a 13, but tier 2s are from 12 to 16. So unless you burn Piety to give it a double Bane, there's not really much of a point in using your thing.
No, I don't intend on doing that.
Okay. You want to cancel?
No, I don't care.
Okay.
It's about to
Well, I'll
be-
just parry, and then that'll double.
If
bane
you
it,
parry,
right?
it'll double Bane. Yeah, absolutely.
I'll just do that.
Okay.
No. Parry.
It's a lot
Oh
of...
my god, it is not working.
Deactivate that. Okay, are you parrying or are you foresighting?
On Z.
Because the parry doesn't give a Bane. Parry just deals half the damage.
I somehow selected myself
It's fine.
without clicking on anything.
It's fine. We'll fix it. Do you want a foresight to give it a Bane, or were you trying to parry?
I did foresight.
Foresight to give it a Bane, so double Bane
Yep.
forces it into a tier 1 result, which means it only does 2 damage.
Yep. Correct.
And we're licking off of you. I don't know how that worked. We're gonna do that, and then he is going to, in his turn, I'm gonna pass it back to players. Okay, so Cobb, Bansii, or Yuvik.
I
I'm
will
open.
go.
Cool. I'm at 9.
Yeah,
I don't
Bansii's
have
been
any of the
swarmed.
healing.
Do you have recoveries?
Yeah.
You,
Oh, you should
Do I
actually
have
be.
recoveries?
I meant to say this, but you should be at 4. So let me.
4!
You should be at 4 recoveries, not 3 recoveries.
Ugh.
I was looking at that earlier.
The fuck happened?
Not 4 HP. You're good. You're good. Okay, so Cobb, you're going. You want me to click you?
Click me, please.
Click you. I click at you.
Fucking stone.
I pray. My God rewards me.
Oh shit! Oh, you actually prayed. Oh no. Oh, do you have
That's
so
correct.
much piety now? Oh, that's bad. That's real
Be
bad for me.
engulfed in the storm for your sins. Goodbye. Sorry.
Jeebus.
Yeah.
That's a lot of dead hands.
Goodbye.
That's a lot of dead hands.
This was a free action.
Yeah, that was just you praying. I mean, your god looked down and saw what was going on and was like, yeah, I'm not happy about that. And so,
So is
the
this
the
Not
storm,
on my
were there
watch.
like lightning strikes, or was it just wind slamming him to the ground, or what?
It was a small micro storm.
Small microstorm. It happened. Totally happened.
Totally normal.
Totally normal.
I proclaim faith is our armor.
Hey, armor.
And with this we shall weather this. What the fuck would a surge do on this?
I don't
Does
know.
it add 2 to the temp health?
I don't know.
Maybe
Let me
it-
click it.
Use it.
Maybe
See
it'll
what
add
happens.
2 to like one of them. It won't add 2 to like all of them. God damn, you just keep rolling low on that. Oh,
What? Well, whatever. 5 is 5.
5 is 5.
It didn't do
That's,
shit.
that's
I want my
20
surge
HP
back.
spread out amongst everyone.
Jeremy, I want my surge back. That did nothing.
Okay. Give you a surge back. Boom. Done.
Which one of these fuckers is big and does lots of stuff?
The ghouls seem like they have some things, and the white obviously has some things, but the hands just seem to like scrap and scrabble at you, and the zombies just seem to get back up.
Okay, well, I either have to heal.
Also, I don't think
Bansii-
you would be grabbed anymore, Bansii. But you are prone.
I will take my main action to heal Bansii.
Bansii, you have the option of healing.
I'm clicking it. Oh, it's under the trigger.
Vigor. Okay. Got
Thank
some
you.
healing. Little bit of temp HP, little bit of healing. Easy peasy. Alright, sweet. Anybody here speak Vaslorian?
No.
How do we see that quickly?
No.
If you click on your character, it'll say languages. You got Mind, Speech, Hilaric, Rioan, and Kalian. Yeah, looks like none of you speak Vaslorian.
Nope.
So this white kind of like turns at the ghoul next to it and just kind of like typical unintelligible ghostly speech, just like kind of like says something to it, and it sounds like a language, but it doesn't sound like any language that any of you understand. So it's gonna be the ghouls. Ghouls are gonna go. This ghoul is going to.
It is 10:30, Jeremy.
Not find anything. Are you good to try to wrap up this round, or do we need to end here?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. God damn it! I want to find you so I can attack you, you stupid ass stone man.
You will never find me. I am one with stone.
Christ!
He just looks like a headstone.
This ghoul jumps past Yuvik, lands on Cobb, knocks Cobb to the ground. And then tries to fucking...
I'm just saying, I am skilled in
Bite his
disguise,
face off.
escape artist, hide, and sneak.
Ha! Damage! If you have might less than 2, you're bleeding! Cobb is knocked on the ground. This ghoul is slashing his face to ribbons, and he is now bleeding.
Okay.
This ghoul jumps to Yuvik and tries to do the same thing.
I'm now prone and grabbed.
Only a tier 2 result on that. He does knock you to the ground, but you are not bleeding. Alright. It's the end of their turn. Yuvik or Bansii? You
I will go.
are winning. You are killing these things, but they are taking their pound of flesh from you.
Jeremy click
Oh, right.
Lily.
You're fine.
What?
She's
No,
doing
I
it.
already.
She's got it.
No,
She's doing it.
the click,
I
the
get
portrait click.
I understand. She's doing it. I clicked. She's got it. She's hitting. Did it happen, or did it interrupt? It says you're still executing.
So what's weird is I was in the middle of the roll when you clicked it.
So now
So it
it's...
popped up to start over. So I don't know if it actually rolled. It
go ahead.
shows the damage went out on my side.
Gotcha. So, damage did not go out. That's okay. Let me... do you have any prompts up or anything like that, or is your screen clear?
My screen is clear.
Okay, cool.
That was like the first part of my turn.
I can
So
do
like
this.
the guy in front of
So
me looks
boom.
dead.
That guy's dead. This guy takes 4. Boom. He does not get back up.
Okay.
And then this guy takes that. He does not go down.
So in order to get rid of my prone, I need to stand up, yeah?
Yeah, and that is just a maneuver.
So I clicked it, I clicked myself, and it didn't do anything.
Okay. Oh. Boom.
Okay,
Next.
and then my main action.
What was Behold Mystery? Was that using a maneuver from having previously done Behold the Mystery?
I don't know. It just popped up as the first thing I could do.
You did that last time, didn't you? That's so you were basically you had it on persist again.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. Shooting. Holy shit.
So I'm gonna confirm. So I have purge effects that I can remove. So
Yep.
I'm gonna remove the bleeding.
Yep. Rain falls down in this cluster, burning away the flesh of the undead, and somehow purifying Cobb's rocky body.
Hooray!
Yay!
Purified.
Okay,
He's
so
purified.
Why? The
I think that's
no longer
my
bleeding.
turn.
That ghoul gets knocked on its ass from the rain, and then looks like it's dead, and then starts to flail about again.
Okey-doke.
Okay. Zombies. Not very many zombies. This hand's gonna hit Bansii. Deal 2 damage. Shift over here. And this zombie is not a smart zombie. So he's still gonna just keep trying to punch Yuvik. But Yuvik is on the ground and is flanked, so he does a good job punching Yuvik. He just kind of like stands over you and Donkey Kongs.
Yep.
Yuvik not looking so hot.
All right.
Yuvik,
Which one has me grappled?
you are grabbed by that zombie. The one that just Donkey Konged you.
Okay.
So he's grabbing you. You've been knocked on
My-
your ass by the ghoul.
Portrait.
Click in your portrait.
Okay.
Took some damage from being grabbed.
All right. Well, for my main action, I will try to shield bash him and see if that doesn't get him off me.
Okay.
Now I am prone. Don't have any surges because I can't give them to myself, so we'll just accept and push here.
Dang. All right. Cool.
Why do I have the hungry for flesh status?
You don't.
Mhm.
You don't. You could
Because you are
have it.
hungry for flesh.
You could have it.
I
But you
don't,
don't-
want it.
You don't yet.
You're
You
so hungry for flesh, dude.
you didn't get it. You're good. Maybe
right.
that'll happen if you don't fix this, but you're good for now.
And for my maneuver, I'm just gonna battle cry again.
Okay.
I don't like this skill. I want to change it out.
Change it out. Between
change
now
it
and
out.
next time we play, change it out. All right.
Turn.
Intern. All right. Most of the swarms of undead, most of the hands are down. One of the zombies is down. One of the whites are down, and it looks like many of the remaining undead are quite injured. But being relatively unintelligent undead, these things are just gonna keep fighting to the death. And you lot are on a mission. You're pressed for time. And being bloodied by these random undead creatures and holding you up for this is not good. So when next we play, we'll see you probably finish off these undead creatures without too much issue. But we'll see if that in and of itself is a problem as to whether or not you can actually find the Slatsiki and rescue the people that you're trying to rescue. So, thanks for playing. That's it. I like this map. I don't know if we'll do very many more animated maps because it might have crashed my computer, but it was cool. We'll see you in the future. Thanks for playing. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like, commenting, or subscribing. It really helps me out. If you'd like to see me live, head over to my Twitch at twitch.tv/thedistanthorizon.